Friends and learners, welcome back to another video program on the topic media mix. In this video lecture, we will be talking about the various medias, the various technologies or ICTs which we can use in a combined manner. Normally in a classroom, teachers make use of any one technology, or sometimes teachers also make use of couple of technologies. So when different media or when different technologies are combined, we call it as the mixing of technologies or media mix. So it's not like only one technology can be used. Depending upon your content, the pedagogical approach or pedagogy that you choose, these factors decide the technologies to be used in the classroom. So you can use different technologies rather than restricting to a single technology. And that's why maybe we can say the learning management systems are all extensively used. In learning management system, as you know, there are different technologies and teachers make use of the technologies available in those learning management systems. So it's very important to know about the different technologies and why it is combined and why teachers are using different technologies. So this will be the discussion point in today's lecture. To start with, let us have a small discussion about the meaning of media mix. As you see in the screen, it says this is nothing but the process of combining various media or technologies, or in many of the lectures I was quoting the term ICTs are more popular. So this is the process of combining technologies or ICTs for the effective attainment of different learning objectives. So pretty simple and clear. As a teacher, whenever we design any teaching lesson or lesson plan, of course there will have some learning objectives, or nowadays we make use of the term learning outcomes. What the students will do after learning such a concept. So when we design as teachers any lesson plan or any teaching session, there will have of course learning objectives and learning outcomes, and how the teacher will help the students to reach that learning objective or learning outcome. There are different ways, and one of the ways is making use of technology, because we are in the 21st century. The students are digital natives. They love to make use of various technologies in the teaching learning processes. So of course then teachers also have to design teaching sessions involving various technologies. So when a teacher make use of different technologies or different ICTs, different media, then it is nothing but they are media mix. Why a teacher should combine different technologies? As I pointed out, one is the effective learning environment. The teacher will be able to create an effective learning environment. So we have then two types, effective and ineffective learning environment. If it is, say for example, a complete 30 or 45 minutes lecture, this may not be sometimes very effective, and that's why different teaching aids are used. And since it is 21st century, different technologies are available, so along with the lecture, teachers also make use of different technologies. It's not only in the lecture, in various teaching learning activities, teacher can make use of technologies. Say for example, a language teacher, if the teacher wants her students to creatively write something, of course the teacher can give space in the classroom. But if we have something like the blog technologies, then why the teachers can make use of such technologies? So whenever the students feel free to write something, let them write this in their blog. So equally technology options are possible. So energetic methods are made effective, learning environments are made effective. This is one of the reasons. Second, optimum use of media. As I was saying, there are different technologies, but these technologies are not used effectively or in an optimum mode. So how you will make use of the facilities available in the technologies, how you will make use of the technologies effectively, then of course we can combine different technologies and use. So if I am a teacher of physics or science, I of course have the freedom to make my children read some text material. I can show them some experiments using video programs. I can ask my students to visit some website. Everything is possible. So different medias are used. As a teacher, I am making use of different technologies. So in general, we can say these are two points which we have to keep in mind when we are talking about the uses of media mix. Coming to the technologies, even in the previous lectures also we were pointing that it includes both the digital devices and application softwares. So as a teacher, if I have a chance to make use of computer, then I should go for that. If I can make use of smart board, when I am teaching any particular topic, I have to definitely go for that. If there is a facility or if there is a possibility of making use of radio, I have to go for that. So I make use of different digital devices. This is also one way of combining different technologies. The second is, and we are also very much aware, the digital devices doesn't work on their own. So we need to have softwares for that. And there are different softwares for different processes in the teaching learning system. So if I am a teacher of higher education, I want my students to extra read something on any particular topic, then I can ask my students to refer some open educational resources. This is possible. If I am a teacher of open and distance learning, I want my entire 5,000 learners to listen one of my lectures. I can make use of any conferencing tools. I can make use of teleconferencing facilities. I can make use of radio lectures. And as a teacher of face-to-face education, if I want all the digital teaching learning resources which I have prepared to put in a single space or a single place, then I can go behind the learning management system. So this is also equally possible for all the teachers across different modes of education, like face-to-face, open distance learning, online and blended learning. So friends, so as a teacher, I am making use of many technologies like blog, videos, open education resources, e-book for teaching any particular content or particular unit. Then this is absolutely nothing but the mixing of technologies. Now when we talk about the media, there are different types. We have already discussed this: print media, non-print media, electronic media, which we have seen in the last two slides. So there are different types of media, different types of technologies. The other important aspect is, we can also say that media mixing is something like it is multimedia. So when we mix different media, then it is nothing but we call it as like multimedia also, which includes combination of text, audio, images, animation, and almost all the technologies which we can embed or include in any digital teaching learning resource. So this is also a kind of a media mixing or technology mixing. So we can have this term also as a synonym to what we call the media mix, multimedia. So as a teacher of, say for example, open and distance learning, if I am developing any self-instructional material or self-learning material, there is a big difference. We were simply putting the text in the self-instructional materials. Now we can embed many things in the what we say self-instructional material or self-learning material. So when a student read any self-learning material, he get a chance to interact with the teachers. He is taken to some other websites. There also interaction is possible. He can see the videos available. He may be taken to some websites where animations will be available, open education resources will be available. So all those are possible. So see, think of the beauty. The plain text was entirely composed of having some letters and sentences. Now different medias, different technologies are embedded in a self-instructional material. And this will help all the types of learners like the visual learners, auditory learners, kinesthetic learners and all. So friends, we can also make use of this term, the multimedia, which is nothing but combining different technologies. Now we will talk about how this is done, because we have also discussed that there are 4 major modes. One is the face-to-face education, conventional education, where a teacher and students are engaged in the teaching learning processes inside the classrooms. So they are physically present in the classroom. Even then, and I was saying continuously that lecture mode is one of the extensively used pedagogy, but along with the lecture method, teachers can make use of various technologies. Say for example, computers. When there is a space for using computers, this has to be done inside the classroom. If the teacher wishes to use the smart board, say for example asking a student to come to the smart board and writing something, so then that facility has to be made available to the students in the classroom. So technology is used. Another important technology, say for example the flipped classroom, where nothing is taught directly to the students, but the concepts or the subject to be taught is made in the form of videos, which will be sent to the students in advance, and the students watch those videos and come to the classrooms where the discussions relating to the concept which is discussed in the video will be taking place. So if there is a facility or possibility of such a technology, why can't the teachers then make use of such technology? So there are many situations, places where in conventional classrooms the technologies can be used. Different technologies can be used. The second is open and distance learning. Of course, I was hinting that one of the major instructional what we say technologies or mechanisms we use is the self-learning materials. Anyone who is enrolling in the open distance learning program, they understand the subject by reading the self-learning material, and which is the hard copy form of self-instructional material, self-learning material, where they read by sentence by sentence. But now there is a facility or possibility of creating interactive e-text or electronic e-text. Then why can't we prepare such open and distance learning? Institutions can prepare such electronic interactive text. Of course, many of the institutions are now preparing interactive electronic text. So then the students will see the videos, audio facility is there. There are many things which are possible in the interactive e-text. So again, in open and distance learning also, there is a huge possibility or facility for making use of different technologies. Even in the university where we are, the Indira Gandhi National Open University, we make use of many such technologies like teleconferencing, radio, then Facebook live lectures, YouTube lectures, everything is done in IGNOU. So friends, there are also different technologies are used. The next is online learning, where of course many things are taught using the online technologies. The blended learning, we'll talk about blended learning after some time. So friends, again let us come back to the face-to-face education. See at what all points these technologies can be used, and as a teacher you can make use of technology. Teaching in a face-to-face classroom, this is done inside the classrooms where teachers and students are physically present, teaching, learning processes or the lecture method is going on. And if it is a media enabled or technology enabled lecture, then this will be of course online teaching, and we make use of Zoom, Google Meet for that. There are of course many other platforms for conducting online teaching, but it again should not be ending up with lecture only. If I am making use of any online platform, I can again redirect or show my students some videos. I can ask them to see some open education resources, some other website, everything is possible. So again, even if I am making use of conferencing tools for online teaching, I can equally use other technologies available. And we have talked about many interactive tools also. So when I am engaging in any online lecture, I can make use of course, all these technologies. One thing. The second is assignment. See, students used to submit the assignment in papers, and this is now electronic assignment. So when students submit any electronic form of assignment or digital assignments, of course the students also can attach, embed many digital materials in that. The third is classroom discussion. This of course happens in the classrooms, and we have an equally alternative in the what we say in the virtual space, which is online or discussion forum. So you, as a teacher, if you have it doesn't matter whether you are a face-to-face teacher or open distance learning teacher, give some topics to your students, let them discussion, and this will happen in the discussion forum platforms. So this is also equally possible. Then the examination, there are many changes which are happening in the examination. The traditional or conventional style is going to the examination hall and writing the answers in the papers. Now this is turning to be online. Everything is possible online. So friends, the pictures which you are seeing on the left side of this screen is they are about the face-to-face classroom, and the same is possible. Everything is possible in the what we say in the online system or virtual system also. So if that is the case, then we have to talk about the blended learning, which I was saying. This is the fourth mode of education, where some part of the content is taught in the face-to-face mode, few part is done in the digital space. So we make use of many online activities and digital learning tools for that. So if that is the case, then see we can conduct this blended learning in different styles. In the screen you are seeing, say for example, I am a face-to-face teacher. I am teaching in any college or any school. Then I can work out my blended learning in different ways. One is blended face-to-face classroom, where most of the topics I will be teaching inside the classroom. So I will be engaging my students in the classroom teaching learning process. A good percentage of that will be done in the classroom. A little will be done in the virtual space. So this is one. The second is a major part is done in the online space or virtual space, which is blended online class, and that's why we call it as online driven model. So major activities in the online or virtual space and few in the face-to-face. Then like the flipped classroom, I was saying that flipped classroom also we can practice. Rotation model we can practice. Say for example, I am teaching chemistry, then the theoretical concepts I will be teaching in the classroom, then I will be asking my students to watch maybe some virtual labs. This is equally possible in many science subjects. The theories will be dealt or taught in the classroom, then the students will be directed to what we say any virtual space or virtual lab for seeing the experiment or practicing the experiment. So students will be rotating from virtual space to what we say the traditional classroom, the rotation model. Self-blend, I am a student. If I am a student, I will be doing some teaching learning activities in the classroom. Some I will go to any virtual space. It can be anywhere to understand the concept or the subject. So self-blend model is also possible. The other very important development even in our country is the MOOC. There are many MOOC courses. Say for example, the course which you are studying right now, this is a part of the postgraduate diploma in educational technology program, where we have 4 courses in that program. So anyone who is taking admission in PGDET program, 3 of the courses they will be taking from the self instructional material or self learning material that we provide. This course is available as a MOOC in the SWAYAM platform of Government of India. So this course the students can take from the SWAYAM platform. So if I am taking admission in PGDET program, 3 I will be taking from IGNOU. Of course, this is also run by IGNOU, this program, but this course they will be taking, the credit of this course I will be taking from SWAYAM platform. So this is a blended kind of blended mode, blended MOOC we call. There is one more flexible ample opportunity is given for the students to get credits from the online world. So friends, these are some of the ways by which blended learning can be practiced. So we have done away with what we say the conventional or face-to-face education. Now how this is done in open and distance learning? We have had already discussed some of the points, and one thing was we pointing out was the major instruction delivery system, the print materials, self-learning materials. We also make use of mass medias because the huge number of students enrolling the open distance learning program. So to reach out all these students, TV, radio, these technologies are good. But now there are various technologies which the open distance learning institution can make use of. The technologies which you see on the slide, they are, maybe we can say, they are the major instructional delivery systems, and the technologies now you are seeing on the slide, they are nothing but they are the technologies which of course ODL institution can use of. So the self-instructional materials turning into electronic version, e-print, social media platforms, we don't have to depend upon the television sets. We can have the Facebook. There are a couple of other technologies which we can depend upon. Then if you want to send some what we say information to the students, Twitter, all such social media platforms can be used. Conferencing tools we can make use of. Learning management system, of course, they also can be extensively used in open and distance learning. Then open education resources. Friends and learners, there are many digital resources available in the internet. The resources which we can freely take, such resources we call it as open education resources. So as a open distance learning practitioner, I don't have to always develop the materials. I can of course make use of the open education resources available in the internet. So that is also possible. So there are many ways or possibilities in open distance learning where we can mix different technologies for the benefit of the learners. Of course, irrespective of the mode of education, I would also like to make mention of what we say the different technology initiatives or ICT initiatives of our country. Few you are seeing on the slide like Swayam Prabha National Digital Library, Spoken Tutorial, Virtual Lab, then ePathshala, NROEA, many are there. These are some of the, or we can say the major initiatives. So then how this is used? As I was saying, like the case of postgraduate diploma in educational technology, a student taking admission in this program, 3 courses maybe they can take from IGNOU, they can study, they can earn the credit by studying the self-learning material. Then one course, of course, the course, this course, the selection and integration of technology in educational processes, the credit for that course can be taken from Swayam. So this is one of the major initiatives of Government of India. So there are many such courses available. So a bachelor student enrolling for Bachelor of Physics, some courses he will take from the college or university, few courses he or she will take from the Swayam platform. Swayam Prabha, many videos are available in the Swayam Prabha channel. Of course, as a student, or I can watch that videos available to understand the concept, or if I am a teacher, I can ask my students to watch the Swayam Prabha channel. This is also equally possible. Virtual lab, I was pointing out a case of a physics teacher. Many things are available, engineering subjects are available, so many such experiments are available in the virtual lab. So all those initiatives can be used either by a face-to-face education teacher, ODL teacher, or any other teachers who are working in the online or blended mode. Friends, I would also like to mention regarding one of the, what we say, scheme of our Government of India, which is nothing but the Operation Digital Blackboard. I would at this point like you to recall about the Blackboard, Operation Blackboard scheme, which was implemented to ensure the facilities, infrastructural facilities and Blackboard definitely in all the classrooms. Now this scheme is turning into what we call the Operation Digital Board. So as per this scheme, the educational institution must ensure digital boards inside the classroom, or the what we call the smart board or interactive whiteboard. So there should have the what we call the definitely the digital boards in the classroom. Again, it's not only limited to digital board, all the digital facilities which are required for conducting technology enabled teaching learning activities has to be ensured in the educational institution. So this scheme was implemented by our country couple of years back. So maybe in future all the schools or all the educational institutions will have all the technological infrastructures. So once it is ready, then of course all the technology mix will be possible in the teaching learning processes. So with this I am winding up today's session. Today we have discussed about one of the important concept, which is media mix, which is nothing but the mixing or combining of different technologies in educational processes. I hope you have understood the topic that we have discussed in today's video lecture. Thank you.